Welcome to Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Pleasure Ridge Park High School correspondent Faith Rowe. This May, we feature stories on some incredible student creations, alumni giving back, and students showcasing their talents. Plus, we have these student stories.
Dance Maroon is a student-run organization in Ballard that raises money for pediatric cancer research.
Students at Front Creek Elementary are really steaming up their classroom with their new baby chicks and ducks.
7th grade students from Barrett Traditional Middle School visited Wilder Elementary as part of its Barrett Cares program. Students worked on reading and math, as well as making crafts.
Everybody remember where to go?
We're at Wilder, and we come from Barrett, and we're helping the children. We're making crafts for them, and we're rolling dice and doing math equations.
You're going to have to cut your hat out.
It's a partnership we've developed with Wilder for the next 2 years with our 7th grade class, which will be 8th grade next year. It's part of our Barrett Cares program that teaches our students community service, the joy of giving back.
I play basketball and I run cross country and stuff. What's your favorite thing to do outside at recess?
Bad.
And I feel like it's really good for them to have someone to look up to that they know cares about them and they know that thinks about them and wants to do things with them that will benefit them in the long run.
I think I know how to cut a hat.
It's really cool because it's cool knowing that, we're making a difference and we're actually helping them and that they enjoy coming us. Like my partner, he came back and he remembered my name and he was excited to see me, and that was really nice knowing. Just, every once in a while we want them to lose because,
Every team has to lose once in a while.
Yeah, I know. It was really good because it made me feel better about myself too.
One of the major benefits of the Barrett Cares program is that when the students do return back to school, they're excited. These are the most memorable experiences that they have.
It feels good because I have someone to look up to me, and so I can be a role model to them and show them a right thing to do. How do you like those games?
Get practice.
It's a tremendous opportunity for our kids and our staff to have this partnership with Barrett, and our students get an opportunity to see kids that are a little bit older to help guide them and help them. I think it's a tremendous benefit.
There's so much bad stuff going that we can all just do something real easy and simple and make a big difference.
You think it's fun?
Yes.
I'm glad you think it's fun. I think it's fun too.
Check out the awesome creations designed by students at the Crosby Middle School Invention Convention.
My invention is a dog food refiller. So what you do, you take water, pour it in here, the water comes out.
So in swim races, when kids false start, normally they swim their whole lap not knowing that they false started, but this is a light that goes at the bottom of the pool. It's a waterproof LED.
Is it supposed to go up your leg and get all the hair off, and it saves you more time?
My invention is a baby disposable coverall.
A portable cap so you can put on any cup, and when it spills, no water comes out.
We're at Crosby Middle School today, and this is the Invention Convention.
This is a hydraulic juice compressor, and then making all kinds of ideas and thinking and trying new things and all that.
They are demonstrating their prototypes. So what they initially designed, they have to prove that it actually works.
My invention is the air detector. This right here is the air detector, and it tells you if they're sealed or not sealed.
I hurt my back pretty badly, so I decided to make something that it's a 2-foot-long stick, and you don't have to bend down to get food. So you can go like this. You barely have to use your back. You get a whole bucket of dog food, and then you just go like that.
This is the hydraulic robotic arm, and the reason I wanted to create this is that some people can have a problem reaching for stuff. Over halfway. How it works is these hydraulic cylinders use hydraulic pressure to extend and contract in three axes. Up and down is Z, in and out is X, and side to side is Y. The toys have been officially picked up.
I'm blown away because a lot of this, all the building takes place at home. So we talk about everything in the classroom and everything's on paper. Then you start seeing all the creations, and it just gives me chills. It's just amazing to see where their ideas take them.
Freshmen at Wagner High School had a fun way to work on the quadratic equation by designing and building their own catapults. They got to test them out on the football field.
Okay, so we're at the Wagner football field today for the first annual catapult competition. 2, 1. Our freshmen have been working on their catapults, building them, designing them, researching them in conjunction with our unit on quadratic function.
It was like kind of hard because there was no blueprints. So we made blueprints of our own. Like we have to calculate the height and then we have to calculate the distance.
So today is like the big day where they finally get to play with their designs.
So the whole plan is we're gonna hold it back and then let go and it's ready to fly out.
They start by researching about catapults and kind of figuring out what they were used for and how different designs look and different materials they can use.
Instead of flinging something, it's gonna be like a slingshot.
They had the goal in mind of this competition, either trying to make one that went really far, really high, or that was really accurate, because they're going to be launching water balloons at teachers for that category.
It's like we have to launch the ball and it have to get the distance and the height.
This gives everyone an entry point, so it kind of takes away the scariness of math for a lot of kids because they're excited to build something and work together in group.
3, 2, 1.
We've got some that go shorter, but they're really accurate and consistent, and so it's really neat to see all their different designs like coming to life.
It's to expand your mind, and I think my teacher started doing it just so she could be like a fun teacher, and so she could actually teach kids stuff that they want to have fun with and learn.
And this is a fun way to apply it. There's plenty of practical applications too for specifically these standards, but this is definitely a more fun way to get the freshmen engaged.
The Academies of Louisville Build and Design Academy at Jeffersontown High School participated in their second annual Solar Challenge. Students built solar vehicles and raced them on the school's track. Congratulations to the team that built the winning go-kart, the Silver Charger. Correspondent Samantha Britt gives us an update on the Good Clothes, Good People project by DuPont Manual students.
Good Clothes, Good People is a nonprofit organization committed to keeping donated clothes within local areas.
So what we do is we create these beautiful artistically painted bins from our VA magnet, and then we place them at different locations around town like schools, apartment buildings, and churches. And we donate the proceeds to either the Clothing Assistance Program for JCPS schools or Wayside Christian Mission.
Sabib approached me from Good Clothes, Good People and asked that we, the art department at DuPont Manual High School, help with the visualization of the dumpsters and to take them from just commonplace dumpsters to miniature works of art.
We basically just want to make them look like fun and attractive for like people to want to put clothes in them.
This is a can for the 800 building. It's downtown. It's been bought up and turned into luxury apartments, and they wanted it to feature their building on the side.
I had a lot of residents approach me about where they could take, some used clothes. The residents have really enjoyed it so far. We've already emptied a few of these so far, and I think Wayside has been the beneficiary of most of them.
Through partnerships and visions, Good Clothes, Good People has been the avenue for youth to help those in need across the Louisville community.
We have more great stories about JCPS students. Stay tuned.
JCPS serves over 100,000 students, and with that, a lot of waste is generated.
We need to do our part to recycle because it conserves natural resources, helps the environment, and saves money.
When we recycle, we put less coal and gases into the power plant, which reduces the amount of toxins in the atmosphere.
We are JCPS and we recycle. Yeah!
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm PRP High School correspondent Faith Rowe. Master Magician Lance Burton performed an incredible show at Wellington Elementary where he was once a student. He also took the chance to talk to students about the importance of literacy.
It's a simple trick with a purple handkerchief. All it takes is a squeeze, a snap, it changes into an egg. The handkerchief jumps into the pocket. That's the trick.
Well, you are at Wellington Elementary and Jefferson County Public Schools, and you are here to witness and celebrate Lance Burton, celebrity magician.
This is Wellington Elementary School, and I was here the day it opened 50 years ago, and I was one of the first kids to graduate from Wellington Elementary.
There's a thing stuck on your shirt. Don't move, hold on.
I went to Western Junior High, and then I went to high school at Butler High School, class of '78.
We're just excited to have him home and to show our students that success is possible wherever you come from if you really set your mind to it. We're really excited to have him here to be that model and to set that example for our community.
Just like that. Reach in there, Caden. Take it out. Hold it up. And guess which little kid from the audience got to go up on stage? Me. I got to go up on stage for that trick, and that's what made me interested in magic. And I went to the library here at Wellington Elementary School when I was your age. And guess what they had in the library? And these books are in your library right now.
I like to encourage the kids to read, and I like to tell them the story how I learned magic when I was a kid, and that was from my school library.
Lance Burton also brought Cody Clark and Fielding West with him today. To see that level of success from someone who started where they are right now is just an inspiration.
Hi, I'm Lance Burton, Master Magician, and I am JCPS.
Okolona Elementary celebrated the importance of breakfast during National School Breakfast Week.
I got a pink one, I got a yellow one. Which one you want?
We're at Okolona Elementary School, and we're celebrating National School Breakfast Week this week.
We're encouraging the kids to eat breakfast this week because it's National School Eat Breakfast Week.
Go eat breakfast. Everyone, you'll get this emoji, fluffy, bouncy ball.
They have had fun. I Heart School Breakfast is the theme this year. We've been passing out emoji bookmarks and giving away emoji balls as prizes this morning.
There you go. Yes.
It's a fun time to celebrate a great meal.
Morning, guys.
Come in the morning. They'll have a main entree plus cereal, toast. They'll have their fruits and vegetables, their juices.
You should eat breakfast because it is good for your body and it's the best meal of the day.
We serve nearly 48,000 JCPS students breakfast, so almost half of the students who attend JCPS also eat breakfast with us. That number has grown over the years. One, because of the recognition of the importance of this meal, and two, we are fortunate to be able to offer breakfast and lunch at no charge to all of the students in 134 of our locations.
If you have a test and you don't eat breakfast, you might be in trouble because if you don't eat breakfast, you might be a little bit more tired on your test. And if you eat breakfast, you'll probably pass because breakfast is super helpful for you.
It's the most important meal of the day. It helps our students prepare to learn in the classroom, and we are excited to be able to provide that important meal to them every day.
Eat breakfast.
Local attorneys volunteered to talk to students about financial issues with their credit abuse resistant education program. Westport TAP was the site of one of the visits.
Really what has caused a lot of the financial problems that are in our society today. No one really sits down with people in middle school, really, or even high school now to say,
we're at Westport TAP and the CARE program came.
You know, here's how to budget, here's what a credit card is, here's what a credit score is.
I learned about what to do and what not to do, how to resolve the problems.
One of the things that we try to teach people is you really have to think about what is something that is a necessity. I have to have food, I have to put clothes on my body.
I related to her a lot because I actually go through it and I actually pay car payments and I know what she's talking about and I have a little bit more experience with that.
I think it's going to prepare me for the future because I'm going to be more aware of what I'm spending my money on and I'm not just going to charge small things like.
One of the rules or the tips that they like us to pass on is that if you can eat it or you can wear it. Don't charge it. Try to use cash.
She helped me look more towards the future, like after graduating, what I would do after and how I would start adulthood. It's important because you get more of a better explanation and you know what's out there for you.
If that check bounces and it is not good, that is a fraud. That's fraud. That's a bad check charge. So they can go after you for that check.
Ballard High School has done it again. They raised more than $65,000 for childhood cancer during their annual Dance Maroon. Correspondent Courtney Smith brings us the story.
Dance Maroon is a fundraising effort in which we are raising money for pediatric cancer research. We feed directly into U of L, so it's all local, which is really great to see that we're doing something to help Louisville.
All year, the Dance Maroon Committee plans games and activities for the 6-hour marathon.
Oh gosh, we have pie in the eye. Every single hour has a different theme. So we have TV game night, we have rave hour, pump it up, we have Zumba, we have a little bit of everything.
Dance Maroon's following grows every year at Ballard, and students are eager to become involved.
I got involved because I want to help kids with cancer, and it's a big thing to do. It's one of the most important things I do because I love helping others, and volunteer work is just something that I want to do my whole life, and so getting to do it every week in the club, I mean, I'm really happy doing it.
I think that they get so excited because it starts out the first month of school and then we move throughout the whole school year and they finally get to see this culminating event. And for them, those small events equaling up to this huge event is just overwhelming for them.
Dancing and games take up most of the time, but every hour participants are reminded why they are here. A speaker that has been impacted by cancer talks to the dancers and reminds them of why what they're doing is important. And some students have their own story to share.
During my junior year, one of my cousins, Ines Bishop, she passed away from ovarian cancer. So it just has touched me in multiple different forms, whether it be my family life and school life, and I just want to show support for not just the kids, but for the families and everyone who is touched by cancer.
Dance Maroon is an event that Ballard students look forward to every year, and they always have a great time. I'm Ballard correspondent Courtney Smith for Our Kids.
We have more great stories about JCPS students. Stay with us.
1, 2, 3. Welcome to our satellite office. Some of the services that we will provide will be in 5 different departments: diversity, equity, and poverty, exceptional childhood education, student assignment, student relations, and Title I offices.
I'm neurosurgeon Shad Dariwala, Seneca High School class of 1989. I am JCPS.
I'm Ballard High School junior Brianna Owens, and I've been selected for the Wharton School of Business Summer Institute. I am JCPS.
I'm Marshall Goldsmith, Valley High School class of 1967. Executive Leadership Coach, I am JCPS.
I'm Justin Cornwell, Eastern High School class of 2007, and I played a young Muhammad Ali. I am JCPS.
We are JCPS.
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm PRP High School correspondent Faith Rowe. Students at Crumsley Elementary School wrote letters to the family members of the 123rd Airlift Wing who have loved ones deployed overseas. It was all in honor of the Mayor's Give-A-Day Week of Service.
We have a mayor. Mayor Fisher started this program. It's called the Mayor's Give-A-Day.
Well, we had a lot of wonderful ideas of how we could give back to the community. We decided that we wanted to give back to the 123rd Airlift Wing because they do so much for our school.
And you're going to write a letter to a boy or girl whose family member might be in the military.
So we actually decided to write letters to the family members of the deployed military service members.
If you ever get sad, just know you have lots of friends. Dear military children, I hope your mom or dad come back safely.
And I want to say, I hope your mom and dad comes back.
So instead of writing to the airmen who are deployed, we're writing to their moms and dads to their husbands and wives, and even to their children, to just give them a word of encouragement.
I will pray for you to thank you for being brave.
Well, I'm actually a teacher and a wife of a military serviceman, so I know that this will make them just feel like they are encouraged. They will feel that they are supported by their community, and hopefully just give them a little bit of a hug from another student.
See those big words up there? You can make a big difference. Give me a thumbs up if you see that.
This is a mindfulness school, so we're teaching mindfulness on how that we can make others feel good in our words and our actions. And so I know that the students are learning that there are people outside of the community that they've never even met before that care for them, and they are also learning how to show appreciation. So when we talk about where these letters are going, it gives them a bigger global perspective about what's going on in the world. And they can feel like they're doing their part, and the students are able to now, when they write a letter, they're doing their part in encouraging military men and women.
When somebody reads my letter, I want them to feel glad.
Sign your name on it.
And this just is a way to give back and show the wives and moms and dads and children that are holding down the fort here in Louisville that we care about them and we're thinking about them too.
4 orchestra students from Ballard High School rehearsed for a performance accompanying the national touring musical show Beatles vs. Stones, a musical showdown.
We are at the Ballard High School Orchestra Room. We are rehearsing for the Beatles versus Rolling Stones.
We're going to be playing 7 songs, 2 of which are with the Rolling Stones backup band, and then the other 5 are with the Beatles. Basically, we're just going to be playing an accompaniment. Like some of the ones that we're most fond of are like Eleanor Rigby and Yesterday.
We will be playing mainly like tunes that like a lot of people know. So we know how it goes. It's just that we have to be kind of self-conscious, being as that we are playing music that a lot of people know. And so if we mess up, more noticeable than if we were playing music of our own.
I think it's good experience because we're going to be in front of like a really big audience, and I know I have a problem with stage fright, so it's going to be kind of scary, but in the long run it's going to help me with performances in the future where I'll be in front of a big audience like that.
I'm just getting ready, trying to make sure I know all the music, because I know the day we have the rehearsal or the day of the performance it's going to be go, go, go. They can't wait for us to learn our parts, so.
I'm looking forward to playing with the band, which I've never done before personally. I thought that'd be kind of cool. And not having a conductor is kind of interesting as well. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun trying something new with the band. So I'm looking forward to it a lot, yes.
I am willing to gain joy and fun out of this, being as though we are playing fun music and we're playing with a band, which you don't get to do every day. So I'm actually hoping for a fun experience.
It's a pretty big performance and they come here every year. And I think I'm feeling lucky that they asked us. We got really lucky that we have a conductor like Miss Rowe who has enough influence to pull some strings, that we get an opportunity like this.
National Youth Violence Prevention Week is a campaign to raise awareness and educate the community in ways to reduce violence. Wheatley Elementary School students created their own song to spread the word.
The song is called California Love. California means that community is called California Community. We got a song to spread worldwide to see if we can stop the violence.
We want everybody to see how we want to spread our love around our community.
I think we can all come together and agree that violence reduction is something that we will work toward every day. One of the greatest signs of hope I see in this ongoing fight to erase violence from the lives of our young people is the passion and drive that we're seeing from who? From our young people.
this can't just be JCPS, it just can't be the city. We have to work together, all of us together, to wrap our arms around all of our children to improve the outcomes for students. It has to be a community-wide issue. And more than ever, I have seen more engagement from our schools and from our communities working together to make sure that we are successful. And this is a great opportunity for all of us to be a part of work that will reduce violence in our schools and in our community.
Folks can go online and identify what they're doing for the week. I really can't describe National Youth Violence Prevention Week any better than they have. There are things that can be done, big and small, that promote the prevention of violence in our schools and in our community.
What we do in our schools, we compliment people, help people out. We let them join whatever they want to join, join with us if they need help or they're making bad decisions. We got them covered already. We are from Wheatley Elementary and we are JCPS.
Correspondent Lillian Farmer introduces us to a flock of chicks at Fern Creek Elementary.
Students kindergarten through 5th grade in Mr. Junk's class at Fern Creek Elementary worked with chicks and ducks. The animals were hatched out of an incubator at Fern Creek High School, and the students were able to watch and learn from them hatching. The students learned about how the ducks eat, swim, and interact with people and other ducks. Mr. Junk not only uses the animals as a grade and a learning experience, but he also uses them as a way for students to have fun and enjoy learning. Not only do the students get to have fun and learn about animals, but they also learn social skills when they work together.
STEAM is science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and we do a lot of hands-on stuff in the classroom. Right now, we've just had some chicks and some baby ducks hatch, and it helps the kids to connect with nature when they feed and play with the animals. We're doing a lot of nature stuff, and we're looking forward to spring, to getting outdoors. Just about everything we do in the lab is hands-on.
I am a 3rd grader, and Mr. Junk class is really fun to do. We do science, we make slime, and today when I went there, I was very surprised when I saw the chicks hatch. We're trying to build a chick and a duck house today, and I thought it was very cool. That's why Mr. Junk is very awesome.
Students get many new learning opportunities. Kindergartner Marcel Custodio shares his thoughts on the chickens and ducks.
We get to play with the chickens and the ducks. Oh, they look so cute.
And for our kids, I'm Fern Creek Correspondent Lillian Farmer.
Thanks for watching our show. We hope you enjoyed it. You can find full episodes of Our Kids on the JCPS YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting Our Kids.